Well, it was a dark and stormy night. It really was. It was very dark, and the wind was blowing quite a bit, and our lights went out, and my son and I were having our dinner in the kitchen, and all of a sudden we heard a kaboom, a noise that boded ill because we'd never heard anything like that.
Well, here we are again, Sunday, and I'm driving out to see the wreck. Work has started, which is good, and we'll see what's going on. It's very weird. It looks like there was a war there. You walk through the rooms, just stand and look at all the stuff lying around. We do this every weekend. Nothing has changed until now. It's spring. Life has reappeared.
The worst was when I first came home and saw it, and I walked into my house and it smelled horrible. Like all the seawater had been, like the extra seawater had been sitting in there. The floors were disgusting. They had to be ripped out. They were like curving all over the place, and you couldn't really walk around. The walls had to be ripped out. The cabinets got completely saturated with water, so we had to replace those. It was hard to see other people's damage because it was mostly inside their houses.
Well, the plaster was off the roof here and insulation was hanging down. And I was still like, well, all right, it's not so bad. And then I, continued up the stairs like this, and I looked into this room here, the master bedroom, and half the wall was peeled off. It was like 1.5 feet pushed out.
When the hurricane hit, I was still in New Paltz, and all the bridges and highways were pretty much closed or had a lot of the damage, so there was really no way for me to get home very soon. And that was really hard because I just kept having to hear things either secondhand on the news or from my family what was going on.
What makes Sandy special? This time of year, most tropical storms and hurricanes move east out to sea. Sandy's traveling north and will turn west, so its effects will be felt over a large land area. And this storm is monster-sized. Clouds stretching over 2,000 miles, tropical storm force winds more than 1,000 miles.
When I came home for winter break, we could only live in really, really close quarters because the whole downstairs was unlivable, and that's where my parents' bedroom is. So we were squeezed into the bedroom, and so that was a really different vibe of the family relationship. But it wasn't horrible because we all understood what was going on and what we had to do, so we weren't fighting about it or anything. We all understood that had to be done.
I've never really been worried about it being rebuilt. The insurance has been kept up, and there's a good amount of it, so it should be totally taken care of and be good as new when it's done. My mother's outlook is a little bleak at the moment. It's very traumatic for her, and she's down in Florida.
It's tough being away from your family. I've been very lucky all my life because my children have lived near me. It's very hard to be. I don't envy the people who live down here who are away from their children. I was with a friend yesterday, and she's trying to get me to move to Florida. Now, I said if my whole family would move to Florida, that would be fine. But given the two, I'd rather be near my family. Worst is just when you're all alone. Being all alone is awful. I've been helped by so many people, and I know I should be very grateful, and I'm grateful, but my heart doesn't gladden. It's just very sad. And I'm going to cry in a minute, and I don't want to.
The roof took all of the punishment, as well as the back wall of the house. Had it sliced through, we wouldn't have walked out alive.
It's really meaningless, but you never can be too complacent with your lot in life, your place in the world, because everything is temporary and everything can change on a dime. And a person, in order to survive, has to be willing to accept change and has to be able to bend with the wind, because the wind is blowing from every direction and you never know when it's going to hit hard. The biggest compliment I ever got was from a friend who said, I know how to accommodate to situations. That's one of my strong points, and it's an important one. You have to know how to bend.